I always like to make jokes every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time during my Tower of God streams whenever a ranker calls Bomb a regular, you know? How could a regular fight a ranker? And, oh my gosh, why is this ranker so interested in Bomb, you know? Like, what's his secret? Like, he's just a regular. You hear that phrase, he's just a regular, so many times throughout Tower of God. And it's funny, you know? It's funny to make fun of because, like, how do you not know about Bomb? But you have to realize, and a lot of people seem to not realize this, it makes total sense for them to do so. Like, there's nothing wrong with these rankers calling Bomb a regular, and it's not that everyone's saying it's a problem, but I have seen a lot of people confused as to why it's such a big deal, or why don't they assume that Bomb is an irregular, or why don't they know that Bomb is an irregular? Why is this always such a big deal? It is a huge deal for someone to be an irregular. For someone to be an irregular, it means that something that only happens every 1,000+ years has happened right now. And it's right in front of you. You know, out of millions of regulars, this one regular happens to be an irregular. It's something that they don't even think about. Irregular. The term irregular is so rare, so mythic, that it's literally only legends. Uric Mazzino, Enryu, Pentaminum, they're the only irregulars that are known aside from like Bomb and Rachel. They're literal legends, you know, and to assume that, oh, this kid is kind of strong and some ranker is interested in him, he must be an irregular. It is not, like, rankers don't even process it. It's not something that's discussed as a possibility. And even aside from that, the fact that Bomb himself is an irregular is such a shrouded fact. Remember in season 1 when Bomb finally announced that he was an irregular to everybody, and Kun himself didn't even know. You know, his closest friend at that time, aside from Rachel, didn't even know that. It was just Yuri who knew it, and Han Sung-yu, of course, because he was doing shenanigans. But they were the only ones. Like, the fact that Bomb was an irregular was such a big deal that they had to change the entire testing system around it, and Thug had to conceal that fact. Thug wanted to use Bomb's irregular status for their own goals, and so, of course, they wouldn't want everyone to know that Bomb is an irregular. Like, Jovial Grace was not touted as an irregular because it's such a rare occurrence, and it's something that if they found out about it, the tower would be in chaos. So it only makes sense for these rankers to be shocked, and that's the other thing too. Seeing a regular fighting a ranker, or a ranker being interested in this regular, is so weird. It'd be like, and I had to come up with this analogy, it'd be like a 3-year-old going toe-to-toe with a professional athlete. Like, that, it'd be even weirder than that, but that's the closest thing I can think of. Like a 3-year-old going toe-to-toe in an arm wrestle with like a jacked bodybuilder. That's what's happening here. A C-rank regular is fighting toe-to-toe, somewhat, even though he's holding back, with a legendary high ranker. That is insane. It is unheard of. So of course they're going to be shocked when they see these things happening. It'd be like finding a middle schooler who has a PhD and they're like, what the frick, what's going on? Dude, my analogies are kind of on point right now. The army isn't always prepared for something like this because again, it's a closely kept secret. Maybe the people on the top know about it, but again, they probably don't even want people to know about it. They're regular soldiers and it would be crazy. The army could go into chaos. So not everyone is going to be aware of this secret. So okay, that makes sense, but let's go into another fact about Bomb. You may not realize this, but yes, Bomb is an irregular, but Bomb is also a regular. Now you might be like, what the frick? My whole life is a lie. What are you talking about? Irregular and regular. I know the name is weird, it sounds like they're opposites, and in a way they are, right? Irregular means you are not chosen, regular means you are chosen. However, regular is a title. It's something that's given to you as you climb the tower. Bomb is a C-rank regular. I hear some people say, oh, you know, every time they call Bomb a C-rank regular, they're like, nope, he's a C-rank irregular. No, Bomb is not a C-rank irregular. He's a regular. You know, he's climbing the tower. You have to be a regular to climb. That's like saying Uric Mazzino is not a ranker, right? That doesn't make sense. He can be an irregular and a ranker at the same time. Therefore, Bomb is an irregular and a regular at the same time. Even though the names sound contradictory, they sound like you couldn't be one or the other, but it's a title that's given to you as you climb. You know, it's almost like, okay, so at its core, right? At your very core, Bomb is not a regular. He's not a regular in the point where deep down in his soul, he's a regular. It's like, no, it's more like it's a title given to him because he's taking tests. That's the best way I can think about it. It's almost like playing a game and your class. So like Bomb's class is regular, Urich's class is ranker, but like, I don't know, your trait, like Bomb's trait is irregular and Urich's trait is irregular, something like that. That's the other thing then too, like I always hear people say, why did they call him regular? It's like, because he is a regular. And combine that with the fact that being an irregular is so rare, unheard of, and so shrouded in mystery, it only makes sense for these rankers to say these things. So I know it can be a little repetitive, I know it can be funny when you hear a bajillion rankers saying the same exact thing, or even regulars saying the same exact thing, but it really is the only thing that makes sense, I think it's cool that SIU doesn't change his writing based on what we've already heard. He's being honest. Like, of course Arya is gonna flip out when she sees Bomb doing the things that he's doing, And I like the fact that we're always hearing that, because it always also reminds us that Bomb is not like everybody else. He is special. He is so shrouded in mystery, and the fact that he's an irregular is absolutely insane. It's something that we can get used to, like, of course Bomb's an irregular, but it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone else is gonna also be used to it, because it truly is mind-boggling to these individuals. The last point I'll make is that yes, Rachel is also an irregular. Maybe I'll have some people confused when I said that earlier. She counts, because to be an irregular, you have to not be chosen by the tower. The anime did this differently, where Bomb, we saw Rachel enter and then Bomb entered, but in the comic and the canon way this happened was Rachel and Bomb fell in at the same time. They entered at the same time, that's my understanding, and Bomb is the one who forced his way in. Now, sometimes you can hear it described as the tower choosing Bomb. That's really not the case. It's more that Bomb entered, and I think you have to be a truly special individual, and in a way, perhaps the tower is choosing you, because it's like saying, yes, you can come in, even though you're not supposed to, you're coming from the outside. But Hedon had absolutely nothing to do with it. Hedon's the one who chooses regulars. If someone enters that Hedon didn't choose, they're an irregular. And Rachel counts. She counts. She kind of cheated her way into being an irregular, but she counts because she entered without being chosen, so therefore, she's an irregular. And I mean, at the same time, Dorsey has commented that there is a weird aura about Rachel, that she's different from everybody else, and that probably is the fact that she's from outside the tower. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I'd really appreciate a like, and subscribe if you want to see more Tower of God content. We make a lot of content here, mostly Tower of God, and we also stream quite a lot as well. So if you want to try to make it to those streams, we stream every Sunday, every, Tuesday and Friday. So try to make those if you can. Huge shout out to my patrons. You guys are amazing. We recently had a new patron, actually. Huge shout out to Taneko, who recently became a $5 patron. Thank you so much for your support. You guys are amazing. You suggest videos all the time, which I really appreciate. It gives me a lot of good ideas, so thank you once again. And with that, I'll see you guys in my next Tower of God discussion video. Take care.